I don't know what I was thinking. I think I'm going to regret this, but I'm 100% going to do it. I'm so excited to share all my new puzzles with you. I've collected over the last 2 months. You're going to need a cup of tea and to brace yourself because there are a lot. The first one I want to share with you is this one, The World of Taylor by Anna Higgy. As soon as I saw this advertised, I knew I had to get it. It's just a mashup of two of my favourite things, Taylor Swift and puzzling. My daughter and I did this one as soon as it arrived. We were so excited. I highly recommend this puzzle to any Swifties out there. There are so many small details referencing Taylor's musical journey. It's an absolute cracker of a puzzle, really good quality too. The next puzzle I want to show you is this Ebu 1000 piece by Vasilisa Romanenko. It's called Alchemist Greenhouse. I was so lucky to get a gift voucher for my birthday for one of our local bookshops here, and I knew as soon as I got that voucher that I would be buying a puzzle with it. So I took a trip to the bookshop, and this one really caught my eye. The reason I really wanted to do this one is because of all the small details on this puzzle. There are a couple of hidden cats, there's some birds, and there's lots of plants and flowers, and this is the type of illustrative puzzle that I really enjoy doing. And I know that Ebu are also really good quality, so you can't go wrong. Next up to show you are the puzzles I brought home from the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships, which were held in Valladolid, Spain in September. I've heard at previous Worlds that attendees have had to flatten their puzzle boxes or leave them behind, or leave the bottoms behind and flatten the lids just to get the puzzles home. I didn't want to do that myself because for me that's like vandalism. It's the same as like turning the page over to mark your place in a book. I just can't bring myself to do it, which is why I took a separate empty bag with me which I could exclusively fill up with puzzles for the trip home. So these puzzles I want to share with you, they're split into lots of different categories because there are quite a few of the puzzles. So the first category are the competition puzzles that I had. The first puzzle to show you is one I received in the preliminary round. I did receive 2 puzzles in that round, but I already had the other one, which was the New York postcard. This here, the circle of colours candies, was the second puzzle in that first preliminary round. I did not choose to do this one, but I am looking forward to doing it just to see what my time would have been like. I'm not particularly good at circular puzzles, so it would be really good practice for me. The next puzzle to show you is this one here. This is 500 piece Ravensburger. This was the semi-final puzzle for individuals in the semi-final that I was in. And what would be cool for you to know about me is I love spring and I love blossoms, and I always go out of my way to make sure that I look for blossoms during spring. And for me, going to Worlds in September, that was springtime in New Zealand where I'm from, which meant I was missing out on seeing some of the blossoms which were reaching their peak right at the time that I went away. So I was so excited to receive this puzzle and be able to see the blossoms and work on them on my puzzle. The next puzzle to show you is this Loving Longhorns. This was one of the puzzles that I got with my peer in the peers preliminary round. I hadn't done this one before. I'm actually really looking forward to doing it again, just to see what my time would be doing it on my own. The next puzzle to share with you is this Stitch puzzle. This was the second puzzle option for the peers preliminary round that I was in. My peer partner and I chose not to do this one. Neither of us had done either of the 2 puzzles, but we both are not confident with circular puzzles. So it was a good decision for us to not choose this puzzle and to do the Loving Longhorns. I am looking forward to doing this one at a more leisurely pace, I think. Well, the next 2 puzzles to show you are 2 that came from the team's preliminary round that I did with the rest of my team. This is the 1,000 piece. It's Gelini characters. This is one of the puzzles that our team chose to do. Out of the 4 that we had, we thought this might be slightly easier just because of all the different colour blockings on there. It was actually a bit harder than anticipated, but it wasn't too bad to do as a team. There were certain areas that each of us could build up, and I am going to look forward to doing this one again as a solo but casual puzzle. And then the second one from the team's preliminary round, this is the Disney and Pixar Toy Store puzzle. Our team did not do this one because we thought it was just too busy, lots of small details, which would be really challenging to do in a competition environment. But I have done this puzzle since coming home with my youngest daughter, and we really enjoyed this one. There's so many little bits and pieces to discover as you puzzle. If you're a fan of Disney and Pixar, then you will enjoy this puzzle and I'd recommend it. This next category of puzzles I brought home from the World are ones that were very kindly gifted to me by other competitors. This circle of colours puzzle is called Astrology. It was gifted to me by New Zealand teammate Alison. Alison was carrying on travelling after the Worlds. Didn't have enough room in her bag for all the puzzles she wanted to take home, so she very kindly offered this one to me, and I jumped at the chance so I could do more practice on circular puzzles. Also keen to see what my time would be on this, because this was a puzzle used in the preliminary individual rounds, and if I ever go back to Worlds again and it's the same process where you get given 2 puzzles, one a rectangle, one a circle like we did this year, there's a good chance that I would need to know how to do circle puzzles. The next puzzle to show you is this kittens. It's called Cats on the Shelf. I have done this puzzle image in a 300 piece by a different brand, but I really wanted to do this one as a 500 piece individual. This was a puzzle that came up in the peers round, and the lovely Sophie and Rewa from Peace House Puzzles, who had paired up to do this, they decided that they didn't want to bring this puzzle home. So this was gifted to me by them, the same as this sloth selfie puzzle. I just want to say a big thank you to Alison, Sophie and Rewa for sharing their puzzles, but also just an acknowledgement to all other attendees and participants at the Worlds who kindly gifted their puzzles to other people. It's so generous of everyone to do that, and it's really quite cool to receive a puzzle as a gift that you haven't paid for. So this next category of puzzles are ones that came up in other preliminary rounds that I thought I would like to have a go at but didn't already have back home. So this one here was in the first preliminary round. It's called Lake Como. It's the one that I would have chosen if I was in that round, because I didn't want to choose the circular puzzle. So I'm quite keen to see how fast I could do this one and how I would have placed if I would have made it through to the semi-finals, which I did do in my round. I'm not as confident that I would if I'd done this one. This one here is called Excalibur Forest, and again it's one of the ones that I would have chosen to do if I was in that round. It looks really hard, everything looks the same colour, but again the other option was a circle, and I know that I would have really struggled with the circle. So it'll be, again, interesting to see how fast I can do this one. Then the last puzzle in this category is this 1950s 1000 piece. This was in one of the team's preliminary rounds, and I was just really attracted to the busyness, and all the interesting motifs that are on there, and I'm just keen to see if I can pick out and recognise anything from this puzzle. This is also relevant to the decade both my parents were born in, and so once I've done this I'd be keen to lend the puzzle to them so that they could have a go and see if they can get a bit of a nostalgic kick from it. This next category of puzzles are new releases that I knew would not be available in New Zealand, and I only had one chance to get them if I wanted them, because I knew once I got home I likely wouldn't be able to purchase them. At the Worlds, all the semi-finals and final puzzles are all new releases, so it's just really exciting as a puzzler to be able to see new puzzle images and get your hands on them. This one here is called Furry Friends. It was in a pairs semi-final round. Really looking forward to doing this one. I quite like the colours, and I think the border, just the graffiti art around the border, will be slightly challenging but also quite fun to do. This next one is called Cute Kawaii Chaos. It was a fan favourite at the Worlds. Just about everybody who did this one was able to do it really quickly and really enjoyed it. So this is going to be an absolute highlight for me. I like cute things, and there are so many little details in this one to look for. This one here is called Puzzle Community. This was the final puzzle for the individuals. There's been some really mixed feedback on this one. I don't know if mixed is fair. Maybe it's just all negative feedback. Most of the people who did it found it really challenging, didn't enjoy doing it as a competition puzzle. There's a lot of black on it. I am really keen to see how I would have gone if I'd made the finals. I have a feeling I won't do very well, but it's worth a try. This one here is called Paris Rainbow. It's sort of, but not really, a gradient puzzle. It was used in an individual semi-final, not the one I was in. I had Blossom Walk. I think this one would have been a bit more challenging for me. A lot of people have commented that they got stuck in this kind of area here where the colour all seems to be the same. I'm really keen to see how I go with this one. This one is called Frida Kahlo Blooming Fantasy. This one was used in a pairs semi-final. It's got a degree of difficulty to it in terms of you've got these areas here which look quite similar, so the pieces will be the same. It'll be tricky working out which side of the puzzle they go on. There again was some mixed feedback on this puzzle. A lot of people have done quite a few Frida Kahlo puzzles and were a little bit over it. I personally haven't done a Frida Kahlo puzzle before, so I was quite keen to give this one a go, and I really like the way the colours pop on this one. This is called Valladolid, and this is an artistic impression of the city of Valladolid, which is where the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships are held. This was the pairs final puzzle for 2024 and was being sold through their visitor centre, and I thought it was a perfect memento of my time in Valladolid. My team got together to do a bit of a puzzle practice before our competition day, and this was the puzzle that we chose to do. We stood outside a hotel in their cafe area on the street under sun umbrellas. It was probably about 35 degrees. We were all really, really hot and sweating, but we just ploughed through and got this puzzle done in a really good time and really enjoyed it. It's a great image, and it's actually really quite reflective of Valladolid as a city. This next puzzle here, this is called Speed Puzzling. It was the pairs final puzzle this year, 2025, and it's an artistic rendition of what puzzling in the Millennium Dome is like in Valladolid. I really like the colours on this one. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to get this one as well. It's going to be a really fun one to do. There was some comments from people after doing this one that it was quite tricky, especially this the bluish up the top for the dome, and then down here in the actual image there's lots of images of this actual puzzle. It's a bit of inception. I'm going to find myself someone to partner with to do this one as a pair and just see how we get on and whether we would have finished it in the 2 hours that you have at the World Champs. This next batch of puzzles are ones my daughter in the UK had. I had purchased her some and sent them to her, and she brought them over to me in Spain while I was there. This one here is called Flower Jungle. I will be putting up a separate video about this one soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm using it in a bit of a challenge to see if doing a puzzle multiple times in a row can make me puzzle faster. This one here is called Succulent Love. I've done this one previously, but it was a borrowed copy, so now it's really good to have a copy of my own. And I quite enjoy it. I like the colours and the textures. It's a bit easier than it might look on the surface. Flower Jungle was a new puzzle released in the 2024 World Jigsaw Championships in one of the individual semi-finals, and Tiger Family in the Oasis was the new release that was the individual final puzzle in 2024. And I was really keen to have a go at that and see how I would have got on. I did this as a practice puzzle in our hotel room in Spain on a really small little circular table, but I was still pretty happy with the time that I got, and I know that just doing it another couple of times would make me even faster. These are the last puzzles that I brought home from Spain with me. These Peace Relax Chuppa Chup keychains and this Peace Relax, what is it? It's an A6 puzzle journal. These were gifted promotional puzzles. Peace Relax had a big activation going on in Valladolid while they were there with a pop-up shop and lots of activities, fun activities for all the puzzling community to do. And I was very lucky to be gifted these as part of that activation. So thank you so much, Peace Relax, for that. My daughter and I, we had a couple of days in Madrid at the end of our trip to Valladolid. This final puzzle I picked up from a store in Madrid. It's got lots of Madrid landmarks on there. This is a really good memento of our time there. These mini puzzles are quite tricky, so it will be interesting to do that and just see how hard it really is. In October, the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association held a regional speed puzzle event in Canterbury, and the lovely Donna Louise from For the Love of Puzzles came along to that event with a car full of puzzles that she was looking to move on to other people. And I was very lucky to score this 4,000 piece Ravensburger from her. It's an Amy Stewart design called The Hidden World of Fairies, and I'm really looking forward to doing this one. She said it's really lovely to do, it's an absolute delight. I know that Ravensburger are good quality puzzles, and I can already see the image is really, really quite colourful with lots of detail, which will be really interesting for me to work on. She's kindly split it up into 2 bags, so if I don't want to attempt to do 4,000 all at once, I can do it as 2,000 piece bags. So we'll see how I go. I will do a video when I do this. I'll share a video with you so you can see how it goes. I also got from Donna Louise this 500 piece Clementoni from the Colour Boom series. The reason I wanted this one from her is because I've got another Clementoni Colour Boom puzzle and I really enjoyed it. So this will add to my collection of those. So thank you, Donna Louise. Okay, so this next category of puzzles are ones I collected from the puzzle swap that was held at that Canterbury Regional Speed Puzzling event. So the NZJPA always puts on a table where puzzlers can bring in puzzles that they have done and they want to swap with others, and so if you put a puzzle down you can take a puzzle away. At the end of the event, if there is too many puzzles left over, they open it up and just ask everybody who's there just to pick a puzzle or take some home, so they're not left with a whole heap that they have to then transport somewhere else. So these 4 puzzles here were ones that I picked up from that puzzle swap table. They were left behind because they're all so difficult. Now I really like a challenge, so I picked them up and brought them home. I decided to adopt them. So first one, because it's just a bit wobbly, so I just want to do this first, is this mystery puzzle. So I've seen these on Karen Puzzles channel. I was quite excited to see one there which no one wanted, so I grabbed that for myself. I don't know what the image is. There's no picture. You just have to puzzle the pieces and see where you end up. So I'll do a video on that to show you what the image is of that once I've done it. Just put that on. This next puzzle is the world's most difficult jigsaw puzzle, apparently. I might be inclined to agree, it does look really challenging. So there's a whole bunch of cats, but this is a double-sided puzzle, and on the back of the puzzle is the same image, but it's been rotated a certain number of degrees. It's about, I think it's rotated about 90 degrees. So you'll get roughly the same image on the front and the back, but it will be a different direction. So this could be a challenge for me as well, and I don't shy away from a challenge, so you can wish me luck for that one. I'll show you how I get on with that later. This one, Larnac Castle, was photographed by Stephen Jackery. This was used in a New Zealand Masters speed puzzling event, maybe in 2024. Feedback for this puzzle was really bad in terms of it not being a suitable puzzle for speed, really challenging, and the people in the New Zealand puzzle community see this puzzle and run 100 miles from it. So why not? I just thought, why not? I'll give it a go, see what the fuss is all about. Then this last puzzle, and I think I might regret this, 5,000 piece Schmid landscape. If you think about 5,000 pieces being the equivalent of 5 1,000 piece puzzles, and then you look at this picture, there must be at least 1,000 pieces of just green pine trees, at least 1,000 of the sky. Maybe 1,500 for these pink flowers. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I'm going to regret this, but I'm 100% going to do it. It will probably be the biggest puzzle challenge I've ever undertaken, but I'm going to do it. I haven't looked in the box yet. I don't know, maybe the pieces are all mixed up. Maybe the pieces are bagged separately in separate bags. We'll find out. We'll find out together. I will definitely be filming this one for you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching this video. That was a lot of puzzles. Total of 33 new puzzles just in the last 2 months, September and October. That's not normal for me to get that many new puzzles over that time period. It's also going to take me a while to get through them all. The tricky thing is I need to relocate all these new puzzles from where I'm staying at the moment to my home, which is a 5-hour drive, a 3-hour ferry trip, and then another 5-hour drive away. So what's that? A 13-hour trip. I'm not sure how I'm even going to fit all these in the car. And I want to give you a fair warning as well. I've already got plans underway to procure a good portion of someone else's jigsaw puzzle collection in the next month. So watch out for a new video about that. I'll come back and show you what I've done once all that arrives. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. I hope that you are also getting lots of new to you puzzles as well. And if you are excited or horrified at some of these puzzles that I've got to do, particularly this one, drop a note in the comments below letting me know which puzzle you'd be most excited to see me do versus which ones you would want to do yourself or totally avoid. See you next time. And this circle of colours puzzle. This is called, what is it called? It's a good question.